Let's read Bamidbar, chapter 27. That's Numbers, chapter 27. Then came the daughters of Zelophehad, son of Hepher, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, from the clans of Manasseh, son of Joseph, and these were the names of his daughters: Mala, Noah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Tirzah. And they stood before Moshe and before Eleazar the Kohen, and before the leaders and all of the congregation by the doorway of the tent of appointment, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, yet he was not in the company of those who were met together against Yahuwah in company with Korah. But he died in his own sin, and he has had no sons. Why should the name of our father be removed from among his clan because he had no son? Give us a possession among our brothers of our father, the brothers of our father. Moshe then brought their case before Yahuwah, and Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad have spoke what is right. You should certainly give them possession or of inheritance among their father's brothers, and cause the inheritance of their father to pass to them. And speak to the children of Israel, saying, When a man dies and has no son, then you shall cause his inheritance to pass to his daughter. And if he has no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brothers. And if he has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brothers. And if his father has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to the nearest relative in his clan, and he shall possess it. And it shall be to the children of Israel a law of right ruling, as Yahuwah commanded Moshe. And Yah said to Moses, Go up into this Mount Abiram, and see the land which I have given to the children of Israel. When you have seen it, you also shall be gathered to your people, as Aaron your brother was gathered. Because you rebelled against my mouth in the wilderness of sin, and in the strife of the congregation, to kadosh me at the waters before their eyes. These were the waters of Meribah at Kadesh in the wilderness of sin. Moshe spoke to Yah, saying, Let Yahuwah, the Elohim of the spirits of all flesh, appoint a man over the congregation, who goes out before them, who comes in before them, and who leads them out and brings them in, so that the congregation of Yah be not like sheep without a shepherd. And Yah said to Moshe, Take Yahoshua, son of Nun, with you, a man in whom is the Ruach, the Spirit. And you shall lay your hand on him, and shall stand him before Eleazar, Cohen, and before all the congregation, and give him charge before their eyes. And shall put some of your esteem upon him, so that all of the congregation of the children of Israel obey. And he is to stand before Eleazar the Cohen, or priest, who shall inquire before Yahuwah for him by the right ruling of the Urim. At his word they go out, and at his word they come in, both he and all the children of Israel with him, all of the congregation. Moshe did as Yah commanded, and took Yahoshua, and stood him before Eleazar the Kohen, and before all the congregation, and laid his hands on him, and commissioned him as Yah commanded by the hand of Moshe. All right, let's read chapter 28. And I just want to show you the book that I'm reading from. I am reading from Yah Scriptures. I saved up a lot of money and spent it on this because it has the original Hebrew words and names, but it's mainly in English so that I can read it because I don't know Hebrew yet. We're working on it. But I just want to show you here what it looks like. It says Yah Scriptures with the Apocrypha, and it says Yahuwah's name right here. Or right here, and then on the back here, and look at this book. This book is huge. It says Yah Scriptures right there. It's got these banners for bookmarks, and then the son's name right there, Yahshua in Hebrew, or as you know him as Jesus. So this is amazing. I'm glad I have this. Praise Yah. It's a blessing. And if you're interested and having either their digital, whether you want to read it off your phone or have a PDF downloaded to your computer, they do have that available on their website, yahscriptures.com. And also they have an app, Yah Scriptures. So you just type in Yah Scriptures and it will be a blue logo with Yah's name written. And I'm really liking the app. So that's really cool to have. But let's read chapter 28. And that will be all for this video. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Command the children of Israel, you shall say this to them. Take heed to bring my offering, my food for my offering made by fire as a sweet fragrance to me at their appointed time. And you shall say to them, This is the offering made by fire, which you bring to Yahuwah. 2 male lambs, a year old, perfect ones, daily, a continual burnt offering. The one lamb you prepare in the morning, and the other you prepare between the evenings. 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a grain offering, mixed with 1/4 of a hin of pressed oil. A continual burnt offering which was offered at Mount Sinai for a sweet fragrance. An offering made by fire to Yahuwah, and its drink offering, 1/4 of a hin for each lamb. Pour out the drink to Yahuwah as an offering in the Kodesh place, and the other lamb you prepare between the evenings. As the morning grain offering and its drink offering, you prepare it as an offering made by fire, a sweet fragrance to Yahuwah. And on the Sabbath day, 2 lambs a year old, perfect ones, and 2/10 part of fine flour as a grain offering mixed with oil with its drink offering. The burnt offering for every Sabbath, besides the continual burnt offering with its drink offering. And on the beginning of your months, you will bring near a burnt offering to Yahuwah, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 lambs a year old, perfect ones. 3/10 parts of fine flour as a grain offering mixed with oil for each bull. 2/10 parts of fine flour as a grain offering mixed with oil for the 1 ram, and 1/10 part fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering for each lamb, as a burnt offering of sweet fragrance, an offering that is made by fire to Yahuwah. And their drink offering is 1/2 a hin of wine for a bull, 1/3 of a hin for a ram, and 1/4 of a hin for a lamb. This is the burnt offering for each month throughout the months of the year. And 1 male goat as a sin offering to Yahuwah is prepared, besides the continual burnt offering and its drink offering. And in the first month, on the 14th day, is the Pesach of Yahuwah. And on the 15th day of this month is a festival. For 7 days it is unleavened bread, and that is what's eaten. On the first day is a Kodesh gathering. You will do no work. And you shall bring near an offering made by fire as a burnt offering to Yahuwah. 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 lambs a year old. Perfect ones they are for you. And their grain offering, fine flour mixed with oil. Prepare 3/10 parts of bull for a bull and 2/10 parts for a ram. Prepare 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs. 1 goat as a sin offering, and to make atonement for you. Prepare these besides the burnt offering of the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. According to these, you are to prepare the food of the offering made by fire daily for 7 days, as a sweet fragrance to Yah. It is prepared besides the continual burnt offering and its drink offering. And on the 7th day, you have a Kodesh gathering, and you do no sever work, which is like no ordinary work. And on the day of the first fruits, when you bring a new grain offering to Yahuwah at your festival of Shavuot, you have a Kodesh gathering. You do no work, and you shall bring near a burnt offering as a sweet fragrance to Yahuwah, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 lambs a year old, with their grain offering of fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 parts for each bull, 2/10 parts for the 1 ram, 1/10 part for each of the 7 lambs, and 1 male goat to make atonement for you. Perfect ones they are for you. Prepare them with their drink offerings besides the continual burnt offerings with its grain offerings. A lot of this is not done today. We can't do it. There's not animals that need to be sacrificed for our sins anymore, because we have Yeshua, and he did that. That doesn't mean that this is done away with. This means that this is the Torah. This is rules and laws regarding how the sacrifices are to be made and what the proportions are, whether it's a drink offering or a burnt offering. There's rules and guidelines to that. When Messiah comes back, if the priest and the temple gets rebuilt, then this is what we're going to follow. Now, this might not mean anything to you. This might not mean anything right now. It is good to know and read this here, though, because we will be doing it again one day. If We do. We know how. But today, Messiah came for us. He offered his life. He was the perfect lamb. He was the perfect sacrifice. So here it says all of the perfect ones, they are for you. The perfect ones, the perfect animals, the perfect goats, the perfect rams, the perfect bulls, right? The perfect goats. But we have the one who is perfect and died for our sins. So praise Yah. I'll be back with another video on chapter 29. And we are almost done with the Midbar. And then we're going to move on to Devarim. We got about 10 more chapters. Shalom, shalom.